Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Vallen, and this is a vlog informing you of upcoming content to the Mischief of Mice channel. So, I know it's a day later than usual, but, there were special events that happened, and therefore we took a day off. But if you're checking the daily schedule that's put up on the Discord chat, then you would have known this ahead of time. But anyway, let's move on to stuff that's going on today. As you can see here, in the background is Heroes of the Storm, which has recently been updated to Heroes of the Storm 2.0, which is basically Heroes of the Storm 1, but much improved. They did a lot of updates and so on. I did a couple videos on it. I hope you guys enjoy. This is just me kind of playing in the background in like a versus AI in a single player setting with a different character. Not exactly showing off that I'm, an MLG or anything like that. I'm pretty pathetic, really. But hey, it's a fun game. It's free, and I recommend it a lot. It's very enjoyable, and if you have the space on your computer and the ability to play it, I recommend it. Now, if you're not much of a PvPer, you don't have to worry about that. You can play against computer opponents like I am here. If you don't mind a little bit of salt every now and then and a much greater challenge, then yeah, jump right into the PvP. It's not nearly as salty as some of the other MOBA-style video games that are out there. But let's move on from Heroes of the Storm and into some other things that are upcoming here. Now, I have at the moment, my last video of Animania is scheduled to go out tomorrow. And that's going to be one kind of covering some of the pets and pretties that there are in Animania. But you'll see more of what I'm talking about then, assuming that you watch the video. But it should be going up tomorrow, and that'll get you up to date with everything if you're following the playlist that is Animania for Animania at the moment. Now, there is more content scheduled for Animania. I've been keeping up with a lot of Razzleberry and Purplicious, a lot of their posts and things they've been talking about. And it looks like they're going to be adding some draft horses, they're going to be adding goats, they're going to be adding all sorts of different colored frogs, like the poison dart frogs and stuff. Plus possibilities of updating and changing some of the existing stuff so that it's more immersive. Who knows? But I will do my best to try and cover it as the updates come out in the future. But for the moment, this series should be complete with the current iteration of Animania. Now, some of you that are watching our Minecraft Hardcore Challenge series, the Welcome to the Jungle, should have ended last month. It should be going up more throughout the week this week. We hopefully by next week, I no promises, promise no promise, we'll be getting out the next Minecraft Hardcore Challenge series, and that's going to be the Fog of War, where our view sight distance is set to minimum settings. It's basically 2 chunks. That's it, because that's as low as you can set it, and you don't get to see very far, so you can't really see a lot of what is to come or what you're looking for here or there. You can't really find a village off in the distance. You have to kind of stumble into one. And the idea on this one is going to be similar to the existing one, and that is survive and thrive in the Fog of War. And it follows the same rules as before, so it'll be difficult. You cannot, eat passive mob drops or anything like that. You have to pretty much either fish or eat hostile mob drops or come up with some crops and farm things properly. And I'm looking forward to doing that with Kashka. Hopefully we'll get into that and we'll get some of those out and we'll start getting caught back up again. It's just been a bit of a challenge for us to try and coordinate. We're planning on sitting down and trying to do all of it recorded at once, if at all possible, so that then all I have to do is edit and we can actually get things set to autopilot go. Now, other stuff that's coming up. I know that there have been a lot of changes in Embers, and there have been a lot of people asking questions about this and that. How do they progress further? Things aren't what they used to be back on 1.10, now that it's on 1.11. There have been a lot of changes, and I'm going to be reassessing that and doing more bit-by-bits on Embers to catch things up with where they are in the current game. Now, for all I know, that may change while I'm halfway through the series. May not. But I figure at the very least a more organized run of another bit-by-bit series on the Embers is due. So that's what I'm going to be working on there. Now, of course, I will also be streaming as usual, as expected on Wednesday evening and Friday evening, so those should be in place, and look forward to doing those as well on the typical Mischief of Mice Modded Mischief 2 Patreon server. Well, I guess it's the Modded Mischief 2 mod pack on the Patreon server. I never get that right. Maybe in multiple cuts I'd be able to get that right. But yeah, it's the server chat. If you're interested in joining, you can always become a patron of ours and get in touch with us, and we'll be glad to see about getting you on there as well. But of course, there are requirements for upkeep and support. So, speaking of support, don't be afraid to support us and our content. We have a Patreon account at patreon.com/mischiefofmice. And we have a wonderful community on Discord, which I spoke about at the very beginning of this vlog, where you can chat, hang out in, or just use it to check out the weekly schedule, which I try to update as often as I can. Obviously, I could not update it for this week in as timely of a fashion because I was pretty much absent through Monday, so therefore that's as far as the schedule went. Now, don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy our videos, and of course to spread the mischief to others if you think they'll enjoy this content too. And until next time, folks, I'll see ya. For those that do have an interest, I'm just going to let this video play, so if you want to check out the rest of this match, feel free to just tune in. If not, well, we'll catch you on the next video.
Well?
Select a talent. Hero slain.
The Zerg are eliminated.
You are one with the forest
I went
now.
into the sciences to avoid this sort of thing.
Killing spree.
Seize this mercenary camp. The forest fights back.
Goliath online.
Haha. Seize this mercenary camp. Time for some. Nature reclaims all.
Hellbat coming through.
Ha. Ha. Take my spear. For the wilds.
Killing spree has ended.
Beacons are recharging, and the Zerg are growing agitated. The beacons are active once again. Control them before the enemy does.
Life finds a way. I will renew these lands. Nature reclaims all.
Enemy force
I am
destroyed.
capturing a mercenary camp.
Time for some reading.
The incoming Zerg rush is technically smaller than the one headed for our enemy, but it's still an incoming Zerg rush.
Let's give them hell.
Well,
talent.
Taste my spear.
Enemy keep annihilated.
Where's the excitement? Let's go. Fine. A thorn in your side.
You have my gratitude. I'd likely deserve food without you.
I will renew these lands.
I obey. Smoke 'em.
So satisfying. Taste my spear. Well,
No! Our fort is no more!
time for some weeding. Let's go.
Select a talent.
Nicely done.
Power spike from the beacons. The reactors.
Keep destroyed.
Attain control of those beacons. We don't want to face angry Zerg.
Thorn in your side.
We should strike now. The enemy.
Growing strong.
We're saved! Oh, well done.
MVP.